hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court, to your point.
Hello from Slunch Gym at Brookline High School. This is Brookline Warriors Athletics on BATV. Today it's boys basketball action as the Warriors welcome the Framingham Flyers to Slunch Gym on senior night here for the Warriors. Warriors coming into today's game with a record of 9-7 overall, 8-5 in the Bay State Conference, and that's good for second place in what's shaping up to be a very tight race in the Carey Division this year. But the Warriors have lost back-to-back games coming into tonight, so they're looking to turn things around and end their home schedule on a winning note. They face a Framingham team that has struggled lately. The Flyers have lost their last 6 games. They're 2-16 overall with a 2-12 league record, which places them in 6th place at the bottom of the Carey Division. So the Warriors and the Flyers coming up next from Slunch Gym right here on BATV.
Mama, you good? You good? What you want now? You heard me out there? Nate dog. Nate dog. You want it? Come here.
Hey guys, we gotta take these back outside so the kids don't get killed.
Just about set to get underway between the Brookline Warriors and the Framingham Flyers here at Slunch Gym. The starting lineups for the two teams today: for the visiting Framingham Flyers and head coach Adam Clough. 4 guards in their starting lineup today: Nate Duda, a 6'3" sophomore; Brandon Portillo, a 5'8" senior captain; George Saravanos, a 5'11" sophomore; and Mike Stearns, a 6' senior captain. The lone front court player is junior Drew Sifflinger, standing 6'5" for the Flyers. For the Warriors, in the backcourt, all seniors in the Warriors starting lineup today: Lake Berry and Shiraz Mumtaz in the backcourt. And the forwards are Scott Cordner, Leland Alexander, and Sam Kaplan. Underway here, the Flyers win the opening tip. Framingham in the dark blue jerseys, moving right to left in this first quarter. Brookline in the home white jerseys, going left to right. Jumper from Stearns, off the mark. And the Warriors coming back up the floor. Long 2 from Berry, contested and misses. Now Duda thinks about a 3, instead drives to the basket and draws the foul. Foul was on Cordner. So Duda will have a pair of free throws. Misses the first. And hits the second. So it's 1-0 Flyers early on in the first quarter. Mumtaz, one of the senior captains of this team, running the point, passes off to Cordner, his co-captain. And a foul committed on Alexander. So Leland Alexander will head to the line. Foul was called on Drew Sifflinger. First shot from Alexander misses. And Alexander misses them both, but the rebound pulled down by Cordner for the Warriors. Jumper from Kaplan is good. And the Warriors go up 2-1. Driving to the basket is Duda, and again is fouled, so Duda will get back to the line. This time the foul was called on Kaplan. Duda misses the first. He hit 1 of 2 already to account for Framingham's lone point. And misses them both. Alexander pulls down the rebound for the Warriors. A 3 is good from Lake Berry. Warriors up 5-1 with 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Shot from Stearns. No good, and the Warriors come down with the rebound. Berry passes off to Mumtaz. Now Cordner drives into the paint. The layup is good. Scott Cordner on the board, and it's a 7-1 lead for the Warriors. Portillo passes to Saravanos. Now down to Stearns. Back to Portillo. Portillo, a jumper from the top of the paint is good. So Portillo gets on the board for the Flyers, and it's 7-3 Brookline. Cordner passes out Mumtaz, a wide open 3, won't go. Sifflinger the rebound for Framingham. Duda driving to the basket again, this time makes it there without getting fouled, but can't hit the shot. Warriors again come down with the rebound. It was Kaplan with that one. Mumtaz passes to Cordner, back to Mumtaz. Inside for Alexander, Alexander with the basket. First bucket for Leland Alexander, and it's 9-3 Warriors. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. A long 3 for Portillo, no good, but the Flyers get the rebound, and Saravanos lays it in. 9-5 the Warriors lead now. Berry passes to Mumtaz, now on to Cordner. Inside for Alexander. Looks for the layup, won't go, but gets the foul, and Leland Alexander will head back to the line. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight, but has 2 points from the field. Foul is against Sifflinger, his second. Alexander hits the first. That gets the fans here in Slunch Gym going wild, as some of them were doing the silence until 10 points, which Alexander hit with that first free throw. So with 4 minutes to go, it's 10-5. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, 10-5 Warriors. Offensive foul called against Saravanos. And the Warriors get the ball back. It's a third team foul against the Flyers. So Cordner will inbound. Flyers showing a bit of a press, but not doing too much. And the pass is picked off by Stearns. Flyers coming back the other way. Duda lays it up and in. That's 3 points on the night for Nate Duda. And the Flyers are back within 3 points. It's 10-7 Brookline. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Barry can't get inside, so pass it off to David. Back to Cordner now as the shot clock expires. Cordner off the backboard. That's 4 points for Cordner, and the Warriors up 12-7. Tyler Ferrara-Zellman coming down the other way, lays it in. Ferrara-Zellman, one of 3 senior captains on this Flyers squad. That makes it 12-9. Alexander passes it down low to Kaplan. Misses the first, but gets the board and the bucket. 4 points for Kaplan, and it's 14-9. Jumper from the elbow won't go for Ferrara-Zellman. And now Stearns commits a foul. First foul on Mike Stearns, 4th on the Flyers. Not a shooting foul, so the Warriors will inbound with 2:03 to go in the first quarter. Looking to add to a 14-9 lead. Stearns comes in with a steal. It's his second of the game. Saravanos thought about a 3, instead drives and passes. Now Duda headed towards the paint and travels. So a turnover for the Flyers gives the ball back to Brookline with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. And a 5-point lead for the Warriors. Denzel David into the game, passes to Berry. Berry for 3, good. Second 3 of the game for Lake Berry, and it's 17-9 Warriors with just over a minute to play in the first quarter. Nearly another turnover there, but Portillo gets it back for the Flyers. Portillo for 3, no good. Body's crashing for the rebound, and it eventually comes to the hands of Alexander. .40 seconds to go in the first. Barry passes to Cordner, now down to David. Kaplan at the top of the key, back to David. David for 3, good. Denzel David on the board. And it's 20-9 with 19 seconds to go in the first. Shot clock is off in this first quarter. Flyers have a chance for the final shot of the opening frame. 5 seconds to go now. Portillo for three, no good. Rebounded by Berry. Throws up a shot, doesn't even make it across half court as it hits the beam. But after the first quarter of play, the Brookline Warriors a 20-9 lead over the Framingham Flyers. 6 points for Lake Berry on a pair of threes. 4 points each from Scott Cordner and Sam Kaplan. And 3 points each from Denzel David and Leland Alexander, all seniors, accounting for the scoring so far for the Warriors on their senior night. 8 seniors for Brookline were honored. Paul Ganella, Lake Berry, Scott Cordner, Denzel David, AJ Levine, Leland Alexander, Sam Kaplan, and Shiraz Mumtaz, all playing their final regular season game here at Schluntz Gym. Ganella and Levine unfortunately injured and are not dressed tonight. But of the other 6 seniors, 5 of them started, and David has already come in to make an impact off the bench. So second quarter getting ready. The Warriors will make some substitutions as Elijah Rogers, Tyler Patterson, Miles Morris, Obi Obiora, and Anthony Jennings all into the game. An entirely new lineup for Brookline. They make the full line change here to start the second quarter. Rogers for three is fouled, so he will get 3 shots from the free throw line. Elijah Rogers, a junior guard, steps to the line. Misses the first. Hits the second. And Rogers goes 2 of 3 from the line to put the Warriors up 22-9, 15 seconds into the second quarter. That foul was the second on Mike Stearns, one of the Flyers' senior captains. Stearns now passes across the court to Portillo. Portillo a little trouble getting under control, but regains possession, now driving and shooting. No good. Rebound pulled down by Patterson. Rogers running the point, passes off to Morris. Now on to Jennings. Back to Rogers. Driving to the hoop, but passes and out of bounds. A little miscommunication among the Warriors there, and nobody there to receive that pass. It goes out of bounds, and the Flyers will take over. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Warriors already with a 13-point lead. Morris tries to go for the steal and gets it as he's able to knock the ball out of bounds off the hands of Portillo. So the Warriors will inbound from half court. First a sub for Framingham as Duda re-enters the game, and Portillo will take a seat. Jennings to inbound for Brookline. Back to Rogers. Jennings passes out to Morris. Back to Jennings. Headed to the hoop and is fouled. Already the 6th team foul on Framingham in this first half. This is the first called against Ferrara Zellman. And Jennings' first free throw is good. Anthony Jennings, junior forward, misses the second. Duda with the rebound. 23-9 your score with 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. Steal here for Jennings. Not quite, as the Flyers get possession back, and driving to the hoop is Stearns, who gets the and one. His first basket of the game. Foul goes against Obiora, his first foul, third team foul on Brookline. And Stearns completes the three-point play. 6:15 to go in the second quarter, and Brookline has a 23-12 lead over Framingham. Morris passes down low to Obiora. Obiora's shot no good, gets his own rebound, gets another one of his own rebounds. Patterson trying to tip it in. Finally a foul comes. Brookline getting the job done on the offensive boards, but couldn't get the ball in the basket. It'll be Patterson that goes to the line with the foul called on Stornaris. Patterson hits the first. Tyler Patterson, a sophomore forward. And Patterson hits both free throws. So it's 25-12 with just a tick under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Foul committed at half court by Morris. Fourth team foul against the Warriors. Ferrara-Zellman for three. That shot is good. 5 points for Tyler Ferrara-Zellman to lead the Flyers' effort. And it's a 10-point game, 25-15, the Warriors lead. Rebound on Rogers' shot goes out of bounds, and it's the Flyers' ball. Duda, wide open three. No good. Gomes, the offensive rebound. Out of bounds, off the Warriors, so the Flyers will inbound under their basket. Duda into Portillo, a long two won't go. Warriors with the rebound. Morris slows things down to run the point. Now sends it over to Patterson. Patterson, the hook shot, no good. Nick Stornaris comes down with the rebound. Foul will go against Jennings. His first, fifth on the Warriors. As the Flyers make a substitution, Stearns is going to re-enter the game for Stornaris. And Christian Gomes will inbound for the Flyers. Portillo drives to the paint and then comes back out to the perimeter. Gomes takes a shot, sends it out. Another open three for Duda. Once again off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds off of Morris, and it'll be Flyers ball. Gomes getting ready to inbound right in front of the Warriors bench. pass to Portillo. Now down low to Duda. Back to Portillo. Now over to Stearns. Back to Gomes. 3 for Portillo. No good. Jennings with the rebound. Rogers moving in towards the paint, loses control of his dribble, able to pick it back up. Passes off to Patterson. Shot clock down to 5 as Rogers passes down to Obiora. Obiora's lay-in no good. Resets the shot clock though, and now a jumper for Patterson is good. It's 4 points for Tyler Patterson. And the Warriors lead is back to 12. 27-15 the score with 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Portillo guarded by Morris, now passes it off to Stearns. Stearns, jumper from the top of the key is no good. Patterson with the rebound. Rogers coming back the other way. Dishes to Jennings. Jennings driving to the hoop. Shot is up but off the front rim. Gomes comes down with the rebound. Portillo across midcourt. Stearns, this is to Portillo. Portillo for 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Stearns. Stearns, a out of control shot doesn't go. Warriors come down with the rebound. A 3 for Rogers, no good. Obiora, offensive rebound. Now Morris driving to the basket. Behind the back pass out to Rogers. Rogers and Jennings will pass back and forth. Now Rogers sends it over to Patterson. Good fake. Now a jumper from the top of the key won't go. Another offensive rebound for Obiora. Rogers dishes to Morris. Now back to Jennings. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Patterson uncontested right to the basket. And that's 6 points for Tyler Patterson. Warriors are up 29-15. Portillo coming back the other way. And this ball tipped away by Jennings. Jennings with the steal to Rogers for 2. And the Flyers are going to call a timeout. As Elijah Rogers now with 4 points gives the Warriors a 16-point lead. It's 31-15 with 1:38 to go in the second half. And in the second quarter, we've seen an all-underclassmen lineup on the floor after Warriors coach Luke Day went with all seniors in the first quarter. It's been all underclassmen in the second quarter, so on this senior night, a look at what the future has in store for the Warriors in the second quarter. But the results have been about the same each quarter, as the Warriors jumped out to a healthy lead earlier in the first and have been on top ever since. This is the second time these two teams are meeting this season. They met in Framingham back on January 15th, and that game was a 57-46 win for the Warriors. So Brookline looking to complete the season sweep of Framingham here tonight. Portillo for 3, good. 5 points now for Brandon Portillo. And it's 31-18, Brookline on top with 1:05 in this second quarter. Mark Gasparini into the game. Takes a shot, no good. Rebound eventually controlled by Stearns. Stearns passes to Portillo, back to Stearns. It's a Duda up top. Cross the court for Portillo, another 3 for Portillo, no good. Obiora with the rebound. Racing up the court the other way is Neil Vashon, but his shot is no good. Flyers coming back the other way. Duda passes out to Ferrara Zellman. Ferrara Zellman drives to the basket and scores 7 points for Tyler Ferrara Zellman. 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Warriors can't see the game clock going in this direction, but the crowd counting down for them. Obiora up and good as time expires in the first half. So the Warriors with a 33-20 lead over the Flyers at halftime on senior night here at Schlunch Gym. This is Brookline Warriors basketball on BATV. Just about set to go for the second half here from Schlunch Gym. The Brookline Warriors with a 33-20 lead over the Framingham Flyers on senior night here in Brookline. Lake Berry and Tyler Patterson leading the way for the Warriors with 6 points each in the first half. For the Flyers, Tyler Ferrara Zellman has a game-high 7 points. Flyers will inbound to get things going here in the third quarter. Brandon Portillo opens up the second half with a 3. And the Flyers back within 10. It's 33-23. That's 8 points now for Portillo, which is now a game high. Rogers passes inside to Gasparini. Gasparini lays it up. No good. Rebounded by Nate Duda. Flyers quickly coming the other way. Shot from George Saravanos, no good. And Warriors get it back. Shiraz Mumtaz. Mid-range jumper, no good. Duda with the rebound. Duda, contested jumper, no good. Mark Gasparini pulls down the rebound. Rogers will slow things down. Now Gasparini inside, passes it out to Elijah Rogers, and the ball goes out of bounds. No foul called there. And it's still Warriors ball. So Elijah Rogers will inbound. The Warriors getting ready to run a play here. Comes into Gasparini. Gasparini. Shot is good. First points tonight for Mark Gasparini. And it's 35-23. Flyers coming quickly the other way, and Gasparini knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay Flyers ball. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. And a 12-point lead for Brookline. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Mike Stearns is fouled on his way to the basket. Looks like the foul will go against Gasparini. His first of the night. So going to the line with 2 shots is Mike Stearns. Misses the first. Stearns was 1 for 1 from the line in the first half, 3 points total, and hits the second. So it's 4 points total tonight for Stearns, and it's an 11-point Brookline lead, 35-24 with just under 6 minutes to go in the third. Rogers passes off to Lake Berry. Now over to Mumtaz. Mumtaz, contested jumper is good. First points of the night for Shiraz Mumtaz, and it's 37-24 Warriors with 5.5 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Another three for Portillo, no good. But Portillo gets a steal at the other end. Coming back quickly are the Flyers, and this one's knocked out of bounds by Rogers. So it'll be Flyers ball. No one seems to want to inbound for the Flyers. Now Saravanos goes over to send it in to Stearns. Stearns guarded by Berry. Pass off to Duda. Duda, shot's no good. Tyler Patterson with the rebound, quickly back the other way. Rogers with the basket. 6 points now for Elijah Rogers. Warriors up by 15, 39-24 the score with 4:43 on the clock. As the whistle blows, ball out of bounds, and it's Flyers ball. Sub coming in for Brookline, as Neil Vashon will enter the game for Lake Berry. Saravanos to inbound, into Stearns. Now Portillo. And a foul called before the shot. Foul goes against Rogers. It's his first. Second team foul for the Warriors in the second half. Duda for three. Too much on that one. Rogers with the rebound. Rogers from the free throw line. Good. 8 points now for Elijah Rogers to lead the Warriors. 41-24 the score with 4:02 on the clock. Ball out of bounds here, and it's Warriors ball. Tyler Patterson will take a seat here, and Anthony Jennings will enter the game for Brookline. Flyers also making a substitution as Tyler Ferrara-Zellman back in for Duda. Vashon to Rogers, inside for Gasparini. Gasparini's shot, no good, but Gasparini with the offensive rebound. Mumtaz thought about the three, but holds off and dishes to Rogers. Rogers setting up a play, passes off to Vashon. Back to Mumtaz, and Mumtaz called for a travel. Subs for the Warriors, Obi Obiora and Scott Cordner into the game to replace Mumtaz and Patterson. So Rogers, Obiora, Jennings, Vashon, and Cordner on the floor now. And there's a turnover by the Flyers. So it'll be Warriors ball. Cordner inbounds to Rogers. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Three for Vashon, no good. Rebounded and a whistle. Looks like there was a foul under the basket, and the foul is called against Obiora. His second foul. And the third team foul for the Warriors in the second half. Ferrara-Zellman's shot is no good, out of bounds, off a blue jersey. So it's Warriors ball. Warriors in those home whites, moving from right to left in the second half. Flyers in the dark blue jerseys. Flyers pressing here, but the Warriors break through. Rogers, and one. It's the first foul of the second half on Framingham, and it goes against Drew Sifflinger. It's his third personal foul, so Rogers a chance to complete the three-point play. 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Make it 3 of 4. And that's 11 points for Elijah Rogers to lead all scorers, and it's now a 20-point lead for the Warriors with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. It's Brookline's largest lead of the night. Portillo to Stearns. To Ferrara-Zellman. Deeks the defender, driving to the hoop. Shot won't go. Obiora with the rebound. Vashon will slow it down, pass off the corner. Inside for Obiora. Pass is batted back by Drew Sifflinger, but right back into the hands of Jennings. Now a three for Jennings off the backboard and good. 4 points now for Anthony Jennings, and the lead is 47-24. Stearns shot no good. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Vashon regains control. Now Jennings into the paint. Layup is good. 6 points now for Anthony Jennings. And it's a 25-point lead for the Warriors with 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Portillo working on Miles Morris. Portillo passes over to Stearns. Stearns moving inside at the shot clock buzzer, hits a contested jumper. Nice shot from Mike Stearns. 6 points now for the Flyers captain. It's 49-26 with 1 minute to go. A steal there for Ferrara-Zellman as he knocks the ball into the hands of his teammate. Portillo passes back to Ferrara-Zellman. About 35 seconds to go in the third. A three from Stearns, no good. Obiora with the rebound. So game clock and shot clock are about even now with 23 seconds to go in the third. 49-26 the Brookline lead. A 23-point lead with 10 seconds to go now. The Warriors will hold for the last shot of the quarter. Jennings, a long two is good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. But Anthony Jennings now has 8 points as he gives Brookline a 51-26 lead. 25-point lead matches the largest lead of the game for the Warriors as they head into the final 8 minutes of play. Brookline looking to complete the season sweep of the Flyers. An 11-point win for Brookline on January 15th in Framingham. And Obiora was the star of that game with 20 points and 15 rebounds. He's been held to just 2 points so far tonight, as Elijah Rogers is leading all scorers with 11 points. Portillo and Ferrara-Zellman each with, Portillo with 8 points, Ferrara-Zellman with 7 points to lead the Flyers. Fairly balanced scoring effort, in fact, for the Warriors tonight. 11 different players have gotten on the score sheet to account for Brookline's 51 points. So a quick turnover by the Warriors, and it's Framingham ball. Ferrara-Zellman driving to the basket, and good. Now 9 points for Tyler Ferrara-Zellman, 51-28 the score. Back to an all-senior lineup on the floor for Brookline. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And an offensive foul is called, I believe, against Denzel David. David for 3, no good. And now coming back the other way. Cordner commits the foul on Stearns. So Stearns will head to the line. Misses the first. Stearns was 2 for 3 from the line tonight. 6 points total. And hits the second. So 7 points total for Stearns. And the Warriors call a timeout as Vashon was pinned over on the side there. Was actually able to make the pass out of there, that double team, but Coach Luke Day already called the timeout. So 51-29, the Warriors leading with 6:44 to go. Brookline playing in their final home game of the season at Schlunch Gym, where they've been very successful. 6-1 record here at home. And the Flyers, meanwhile, 0-8 on the road. And things holding to form here so far tonight. With a 22-point Warriors lead. Vashon for 3, no good. A whistle here. Must have been a foul. We'll see who it goes against. And it'll go against the Flyers. Christian Gomes called for the foul, his first of the game. 3rd team foul in the second half for the Flyers. So a fresh shot clock for the Warriors. Denzel David passes off to Vashon. Now Cordner driving under the basket, tries to make a pass out, but it's picked off by Portillo. Stearns driving to the basket, and good. That's 9 points for Mike Stearns as Flyers pressing now, but the Warriors able to break half court. 20-point lead for Brookline, 51-31, with 5:40 to go in the game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cordner passes down low. Ball's knocked away by the Flyers, comes out to David, but a whistle here. Looks like a foul off the ball. And I believe it will go against Ferrara-Zellman. No, it's called against Stearns. So that's the 4th personal foul on Mike Stearns. one of the Flyers' captains, who has 9 points tonight. He'll stay in the game. 4th team foul on the Flyers in the second half. Cordner is fouled on his way to the basket, so Scott Cordner will get to the line. Foul here comes against Christian Gomes. Second personal foul. This is Cordner's first trip to the line tonight. He has 4 points. And the first free throw is good. Cordner, one of the senior captains on this Warriors squad. Misses the second, but offensive rebound there for Leland Alexander. And the Warriors will have a chance for more. Pestered there by Nick Sternaris, who comes away with the steal. Portillo under the basket. Elects to take it outside and will slow things down. Sternaris now with the ball again, double teamed, and Mumtaz coming away with the steal. Warriors back the other way. Cordner with the basket. 7 points for Scott Cordner in his final game here at Schlunch Gym. 4.5 minutes to go, 54-31, the Warriors lead. Sternaris blocked by Alexander. Warriors back the other way. Cordner is blocked, but on the putback is Sam Kaplan. 6 points tonight for Kaplan, and it's 56-31. 25 points equals the largest lead of the game for the Warriors. And a foul called against Mumtaz. First personal foul on Mumtaz. 5th team foul on the Warriors in the second half. 4:01 on the clock. Flyers inbound. Sternaris to Portillo. To Ferrara Zellman. Ferrara Zellman moving into the paint. Sends it outside for Portillo. Portillo for 3. Good. It's his 3rd three-pointer of the game. 11 points for Brandon Portillo to lead the Flyers. 56-34 the score. Cordner fouled on his way to the basket, and he'll get back to the line. Foul is on Nick Sternaris, his 2nd of the game. Cordner 1 for 2 from the line tonight. 7 points for the senior captain. This is the first, as both sides making subs for Brookline. Lake Berry re-enters for Vashon. And Ferrara Zellman and Portillo will take a seat for Framingham. Cordner misses them both. Another offensive rebound, though, for the Warriors, and a foul committed. It's another one on Sternaris. And Scott Cordner is going to be taken out of the game, presumably for the final time here at Schlunch Gym, and gets a standing ovation from his teammates. Finishes with 7 points tonight. Sam Kaplan to the line for the first time. He's got 6 points. And misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Shot by Stearns is no good. Alexander with the rebound. Warriors quickly the other way. Kaplan, no basket. Traveling called on Sam Kaplan. .304 to go. And a 22-point lead for the Warriors. Stearns passes off to Anthony Tolson. Sends it back out to Sternaris. Now Stearns trying to move to the basket, double team, so gets it back out to Sternaris. Sohail Tapatia for three. First time we've seen him in the game tonight. And gets on the score sheet. So it's a 19-point lead for the Warriors, 56-37 the score with 2:20 to go. Alexander, good. 5 points for Leland Alexander, another senior. Back to a 21-point lead, 58-37 the score. Shot is blocked by Alexander there at the other end. And we're under 2 minutes to go. Berry into the paint, loses control, but it'll be Warriors ball. David checking in as Shiraz Mumtaz will take a seat, the other senior captain on this squad. Only 2 points tonight, but Mumtaz has certainly meant a lot to this Warriors team over the years. Obiora also back onto the floor. And Alexander will sit down as well. So Coach Luke Day letting some of his seniors get the ovation they deserve on their final game here. Three-pointer by Berry off the mark. Sternaris passes through Amir Resipor, but another flyer was there to back it up, and a three-pointer for Tolson. So Anthony Tolson on the score sheet. It's 58-40. Under a minute and a half to play. Kapadia coming away with a steal. And Flyers moving back up the court. Tolson passes back out for Saravanos. Tolson for three, no good. Into the hands of David. Berry up the court, under a minute to go. Berry for three, no good. Obiora with the rebound and the putback. Timeout Warriors just to get a substitution in. So Obiora now with 4 points. And Sam Kaplan will come out of the game. 6 points tonight for Kaplan in his final game at Schlunz Gym. .40 seconds to go, a 20-point lead for Brookline, 60-40 the score. Saravanos for three, good. 5 points for George Saravanos. Under 30 to go, shot clock is off. And Warriors can run out the clock now with a 17-point lead. Berry. Long contested jumper, no good. Rebound coming down. And Obiora steps out of bounds as he reels that one in. Lake Berry now, another senior. Comes out of the game for the final time here at Schlunz Gym. 6 points for Berry in his final appearance. And the final second of the game, long three for Kapadia, no good. Game over. The Brookline Warriors 60-43 winners over the Framingham Flyers here on senior night at Schlunz Gym. So the Warriors improved to 10-5 overall with the win tonight, 9-5 in the Bay State Conference, with them firmly in second place in the Carey Division with the win here on senior night. It was Elijah Rogers, a junior, leading the way for the Warriors with 11 points tonight, matched the game high alongside of Brandon Portillo of the Flyers. Flyers, meanwhile, dropped their 7th straight game, fall to 2-17 overall, 2-13 in Bay State Conference play. So the final home game here at Schlunch Gym for the Warriors, and they finish the year with an impressive 7-1 record here at home. The final game here for the 8 seniors on the Warriors squad, but certainly hoping there is more to come for the Warriors in the final games of the regular season and into the postseason. So the final score, once again, Brookline Warriors 60, Framingham Flyers 43. For our entire BATV crew, our producer Charles Henneberry, and our camera operators Michael Fogorowski and Sarah Komorowski, I'm Brad Kasnet saying so long from Schlunch Gym.